and let's be glad in it. Yes, friend. The title of this message is Have Fun in Your Journey by Embracing It. Friends, I just want you to know that if you woke up this morning and realized that God still got you living on this face of the earth, tell God thank you. If you have already begun your day and you're moving about, tell God thank you. I also want to say thank you for my new friends and as well as for the what you call my longtime friends, I would like to say. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But let's just jump into the message today. Y'all already know that this is the channel that we're about. I talk about God. I talk about the power of prayer. I talk about breaking those generational cycles or the cycles that may be continuing to appear and show up possibly in your life. Understand the process, understand the lesson, and understand, maybe, why does it keep showing up? Understand that particular reason so it don't weight you down, so that it does not what you call take all of your life and the years in order for you, to have some fun in this journey. Good morning, friends, and welcome and welcome and welcome. I appreciate you for acknowledging and coming in here and saying good morning. Yeah, so I just want to move along in this message. And by the way, for the friends that don't know, I do chase rabbits. What do rabbits mean? Meaning that I chase a conversation of whereabout it could be on the topic, it could be off the topic. And when I say, let me tell y'all a little bit about this story, I try to keep it simple as possible to whereabout, because you know what? I'm just everyday individual that God have created and made me a vessel just to say pick up this device and go forward. The most all speak life, stay positive, and keeping the light on and sharing. Yes, and I live in Florida. For those of my friends that don't know where I'm from, I was born and raised. How can I say, just pure Florida. But I was raised in that country part of Florida, and now I'm in this big old metropolitan city and everything. So you'll hear a little bit of twang coming from out of my particular voice as well. So in other words, thank you and welcome from joining along. I had to get that out of the way. I really did. So nevertheless, friends, let me tell you now about just my own personal journey and embracing this fun that I realized that I need to continue to embrace it in my life. Do you know that sometimes you can live in life and then one day you'll find yourself waking up and realizing that your whole entire life you was in a serious mode? And the reason why possibly you could have been in serious mode, because maybe there were things that was going on, such as, raising your children, having family, being detailed in the things that you felt like that was most important. And you felt like that you didn't even have time to embrace moments of just enjoying life. And you realize and you wake up. I know for me, and I realized, man, life have done traveled right on along, and truly I have had some fun. But the fun I'm talking about is embracing on the spiritual journey at this time. It does not mean that you cannot have fun. You have fun with the balance. You have fun with the harmony that God have given you. You have fun with good people. Even if you want to have some fun by yourself, that's okay too. If you just want to have that fun all alone, by shopping alone, by eating alone, whatever that you enjoy to do, or by doing it with some friends, whatever that you can find fun in. You could, have a hobby of things that you like to do. If it find you in a place of having fun, embrace it, but on this particular journey, as you wake up to that fun state of mindset, you'll begin to realize the joy of having fun, the joy of being that light, the joy you just keep moving, because along this journey, you're going to meet some individuals. Some individuals, as you have heard me say, they need to be on your journey, for a lesson and for a reason, the good and the bad that you will experience on the journey. I have what you call completely did inventory of my life, and I looked at it, and you try so hard to keep the negative things away, but those negative things, they come basically to bless you and to give you what you call that understanding, what you already know. You already know what time it is when negativity comes to you. If you've been on this journey long enough, and if you're seasoned and everything, you already understand what time it is. Sometimes it just be for you to just to look and not say a whole lot. Okay, friends, I found myself now having to be in this position in my life. It's not for me to say a whole lot when I understand that the repeated behavior is the same, situation, and it's showing up in the same individuals. Or it could be someone that's new in my life or a new situation, but it looked the same and it's similar. The thing is that you don't have to say a whole lot when you done seen that familiar spirit before. You just keep moving, and you may have to tell them, I choose now to live in joy, peace, love, and light. Anything else that is trying to come up from out of it, that is trying to present those old things or those old ways, friends that, someone possibly may remember you from. You remember I said, what about today? What about right now? you know Never let nobody be judgmental on your particular journey and trying to, what you call, not allow you to have fun because they want to go way back there in them trenches. You remember I said sometimes when you get the mote out of your eye, then you can see clearly your journey and what you have not been doing, and have you what you have not, basically just showed up in life. See, I'm showing up in life right now. I'm being able to speak. I'm being able to talk. I'm being able to embrace my own journey. I'm being able to share it along the way. When individuals ask me, how do you keep moving in life? And, you have seen, some of the things that some individuals wouldn't even dare be able to even just go through it, and just be able to keep what you call the light on and to keep the motivation going. I'm like, listen, without the hand of God, I cannot do anything. I still stand firm on that. I'm nothing without God. I mean, this is my lifestyle. It may look different on somebody else, but guess what? That's your life. How you show up in life, show up in it with, your purpose, show up in it with having the right motive. That's the main thing. Your motive means everything in life. If your motive is wrong, then guess what? Then that means the inner work, not that God has counted you out. That means that inner work is time to seek and to search. Now, the things that need, to be dealt with, or the things that, you no longer, it no longer serves you. In other words, it's like, I need to take this from out of my particular, inner awareness and how I think and process, Lord. Give me a mindset to whereby create in me, oh Lord, a clean heart and a clean spirit. When you start what you call putting yourself in that particular position, you'll begin to understand that fun now that's on your spiritual journey, you can have a balance with it, and you can understand that it's a good thing to laugh. It's a good thing to have, that comedy, particular, how can I say, spirit about you if you flow in that particular area, but have a balance. And, I also talk about, long as you're not in your journey trying to take anything from anyone, trying to harm anyone, and trying to make an individual feel like that they're not worthy, you are showing up for life. But if there's anything else that God is speaking unto you to do, and to basically to take care of concerning your spiritual journey, you make sure you do that. Your spiritual journey represent you and your purpose. Everybody has a journey to do, but it all depends on when you appear and when you show up. I'm not saying show up for life. When you was birthed, you showed up into the earthly realm, but then it became another door open when your awareness came on, because then it's something that touched you, that hand of God, that invisible divine hand that touched you, and then it began to basically to minister to you, to teach you some things, and then it began to send individuals in your life, that have experienced some things, or those individuals that God has blessed to be what you call motivators and leaders. God sent them to you in order now for you to embrace some of the things that you need to undo. There's a reason why God create individuals to have what you call that light turn on at all times, because you're going to meet individuals that they're going to share in their journey how that they were not what you call equipped enough at one point in time to do the journey of the light and fulfilling and according to the Lord's will, because they got a story of how God had to deliver them. Pay attention to the stories of what they're sharing, because now when you look at them, you'll say, wow, I never knew that you went through any of that. I never understood that you even had that journey to even bear. Everybody have a journey, but it's something special about the journey of the spiritual journey when you embrace it. How do you show up? You just show up just as you are. Keep it simple, because guess what? God don't require all of that, or what you think, or what you think that is necessary from you. He just requires your soul to be pure. And when I say pure, to be humble and to be open. How do you do that? You have your relationship with God for yourself. And you just keep, waking up daily. You tell God, thank you. If something try to get in a position to whereby they want to put some negativity in you, when you rising up, and then you got to shift that mindset, and you got to be more or less like, oh Lord, forgive me, I'm sitting up here thinking wrong. Shift it quickly and immediately, and begin to think about the good things, begin to think about, Lord, I'm just thankful just to be up this morning, walking around, moving around. I'm thank you for having my mindset in the right place, steadfast and unmovable. I thank you for overseeing me as I slept throughout the night, God, giving me a good rest. I thank you, God, even if some individuals have to wake up during the night, and God's saying, write this down, jot this down. Don't you know that's a blessing, that God can give you divine insight and wisdom? That means that God is sharing thoughts and ideas and creativity unto you. It's a blessing when you pay attention to your spiritual journey and just through life, period. It's a blessing when you understand that power of love. It's a blessing when you understand, when to hold them and when to fold them, meaning that when to be quiet and when to listen. It's a blessing to understand that when you understand that power of prayer and how God can use you effectively with the power of prayer. And I understand that I don't know whether or not I need to talk about this, at this particular time. I'll share that another moment, because I don't want to get off subject right now. But we know that the holidays is truly coming up. And we know that when the holidays are coming up, there'll be some shifting and some changes that's going around. If you know that and I'm going to say it, and I'm looking at my friends through these particular lenses. If you are connected to your family, and for whatever reason, that there be what you call challenges that goes on in your family. And I'm saying this because it's the holidays time, and I don't want no one to be discouraged and feeling like that, your work is not good enough, or you haven't did what you need to do. When you know that you have did the work, I wouldn't care from hell to high water, and I got to say it like that to keep it real with some of my individual friends that may come back later on. I wouldn't care what an individual say, but if you know that you have did this inner work to the best of your ability, and you understand that there's nothing else that you can do but be the vessel that God called you to be. You can't fix everybody in your family. You possibly may have just started working on yourself to feel in a better position. But the only thing that you need to do is know that if you have did some heavy work in that area, especially concerning, family, be at peace with it, be okay with it, but now don't get in what you call that pit and wage war, and to create a scenario whereby it's unnecessary, to whereby the arguments and all that hell raising. Don't do that, because your inner work will be more or less like you got to restart over again. You got to refresh, because if you done been on them counseling chairs, I'm talking about for the individuals who have did that therapy and counseling, and you brought all of this to your counselor. You talked about it. You shared some tears. You said some insight. I'm not talking about you picked up the phone and you called somebody. I'm talking about you actually did the work and everything. Don't let your work be undone, because listen, it's a sensitivity area when it comes to the holidays and dealing around family. I'm saying this from my own life experience and everything that I can share. You keep yourself in the peace mode and the loving mode. You have your door open for the peace and the loving mode. But when it comes to foolishness, when it comes to chaos, when it comes to a person that's just hell-bent and don't want to walk what you call and the power to forgive and the power to release, whatever it may be, sometimes you don't necessarily know what individuals is going through, but whatever it may be, you embrace individual with love. You keep your light on. That does not mean now you got to go down that particular, pit again. You keep your light on, and just love, because this is the season to where about, families get together, or individual, even if it's friends, even if, it's a group of friends, and say that, your relationship ain't the same with that friend no more, and there's gatherings. If you choose to go to it, you maintain your peace. If you choose not to go to it and everything, you still have that love for individuals, because once again, you are the light. Your light look different right now because it's on. In other words, what I'm saying, keep that light, keep that love, keep that peace, and keep that harmony. And when individuals want to sit around a table, and when they want to do that nasty gossiping, just remove yourself, or be open and say, I have changed in this area because that no longer benefit me. How can now we come to a solution or a situation now to elevate the situation or individual? That's the spirit of light and love that you walk in and everything, because you got the power and God has given you and everything, and you don't lose that power because of this season that you may be in and things. You don't lose it. This too shall pass. We coming up on a brand new year that God is allowing individuals to embrace. Everything that you saying, how individuals say, I got a new year resolution. Well, have a life resolution. Let that life resolution, if you're trying to lose weight, change your lifestyle. Change what you eat, by the portions, or however God give it to you. If you on the journey just to be more about and tune to your health, do everything that you need to do, and whatever God have given you to do and to apply to it, do it to the best of your ability, because God know who you are. God know your weakness, and he know your strength. When it comes to your finances and everything, it's like if you want to get better at it, things may be, back against the wall, as, the old folks, and now me, I'm in my latter years saying that, you allow, your particular, worth be represented, and you do everything that you need to do, when it come in that particular area, present it unto God, allow God to know, what you're trying to do in those particular areas, what increases, that you are doing in order to be a better you in those particular areas. And you don't give up. Keep the hope and you keep the faith, because see, one thing about God, God sees everything. He sees your heart, and he sees everything that you are trying to do. Never give up on this journey, because I'm telling you, if you're taking one step, God will take another step for you. Let me say it again for the individuals who need this encouragement. When you're taking one step, God will take the next step for you. There are individuals who have had a journey that whereby they'll tell you they have not always been what you call in a position whereby they always had it. They choose to share their testimony. They had to do some things. They had to reposition themselves, but God, in other words, they got serious about their own business, their own life, and their own journey, and that's with anything, of what you're visioning about. If you're trying to, accomplish some things, if you're looking at a new career that you're saying you're going into, have that faith. In other words, trust. Trust God. Include God in your business. Ask God, is you a part of what I'm trying to do? Or what is it that you want me to do if I'm making this business decision? Do you want me to do more of what I think that I need to do? Or am I supposed to be, doing something completely different? Because all business decisions have many what you call levels in it that you may find yourself doing and everything. Oh God, I thank you. Only from life experience. Not that I'm saying on this part, and I can talk from this level because I'm in the business, the reality of real estate. But I find myself now being more motivating and assisting. I'm okay with that. And the reason why I'm okay with that, because when God have basically blessed and accomplished you to do other things, you realize that the real motivation may be in the helping area, of you doing what God told you to do. Never what you call get out of the position to be looking on somebody else's plate and about what they doing, and now you try to apply it to you. You be the original being that God wants you to be. God is the source and he supplies every need. And when I say every need, and I'm even going to talk about the mental clarity. If you've been praying and asking God for clarity, that's so easy to tap into. To the only thing you got to do, do a fast straight up if you can. If those that's taking whatever medication or all that, now you got to ask your doctor, ask your doctor whether or not it's okay to do a pure water fast. But if you can't do that, back off for, the time period that you can do it. I don't know how long that you can do a fast. Some say, I can give 30 minutes of nothing but time without being disturbance. Well, you taking steps and that's all right. Who is me to say, that is not okay? Because you belong to God. I'm just a vessel. But when you begin to fast and when you begin to keep prayer going on in your life, you will begin to see the things, that you need to see and that you understand. It's like a whole, what you call transformation of enlightenment is turned on in your life. God is a teacher. And when I say God is a teacher, God is a teacher. God is a healer. God love what you call giving valuable information, but only you can show up in your journey and make it happen. Listen, friends, I appreciate every individual that have came by. Keep your notification, on and everything. When I say keep them on, keep them on. And I appreciate each and every individual. I'm reading the comments and things as well. And as you all know, and let me just be real honest. Some comments I read aloud and some comments I won't. Why? Because some comments is not even understandable enough. It's not even, even, how can I say, I'll just leave it as that. If you know your friend Gigi, you know what time it is. That's all I can say. If you know. But anyway, blessings and power unto everyone. Continue to keep your light on. Continue to be the best version of you. How they gonna know? Now, I can't get off this particular live without saying that. Go tell some more friends, that will be appreciated and, that does not mind, having another friend in their life that is about this life of this joy, peace, happiness, and wholeness. And, making every difference as well, by living it and things, Go tell some more friends, really and truly. When I say go tell them, go tell them. Tell them that Gigi come live. You want to know where Gigi at? For some of the individuals who be asking on my daughter page, Gigi over here. Gigi come here in the morning live. So you don't have a reason to say, how is Gigi doing? Come and check Gigi out if you want to. Or if you just saying it from just asking, I get that. But Gigi be on her page, she try to come every morning. She tries. Now on the days that she don't come, you remember I told you, I will let my friends know when, I would not be coming like every day live. But I try to come, daily, before my day begin, and also for the friends that don't understand, I truly believe in having a exercise life. Therefore, sometimes when I get off this particular live, I go and I get my exercise in. Sometimes I can get a little bit in before I come here. But, I believe in that lifestyle because, it's circulation. It really, clears some things up. And when I say clears things up, it just, for me, it just gives me a better outlook. It really, really do. Give me a better outlook in life. Enough of that, friends, because y'all know I can go on and on and on, honey. I'm that friend to worry about. I just love wholesome, friends and, conversations and things. But if there's no more questions and things to be, looked upon in this chat, I'll just say have a great day, friends. Enjoy the weekend as well. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, friends? Thank you so much. And once again, keep your notifications on. Okay? Thank you so much. Blessings and power unto you and your family, and stay prayerful for your personal life and as well as for others that is willing to receive your prayers. Thank you so much once again.